I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up?
Montana looking, throwing in the end zone. Caught it! Dwight!
Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
And that'll do it. It's over. The Golden State Warriors return to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA world.
We're down to 2, now to 1. Here's Jordan. Yes! It's all over the Chicago Bulls.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hey, this promises to be fun.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, baby. We are ready to roll. And with that, I say unto y'all, good morning. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Snowman in the Morning in the region, across the nation, and around the world. Coming to you live from Indiana, and soon my partner will be in from Tennessee. And thank you for tuning in live, however you are tuned in, via YouTube, Twitch, and the BS3 network, via Roku, and through our audio network stations, including RealWise Radio, SDM Sports Radio, and others. And believe me, we got a lot more coming. You can follow the show on social media using the official ID, official SIT Morn. That's official SIT, Instagram, and others. My partner, Cole Johnson, will be along shortly, and we are also presented by Fanatics. That sponsors our feedback zone, in which the Rod Uncensored podcast says good morning, guys. And, of course, one of our regulars, Sick Diggy, joining us as well. Good morning to both of you. And I want to give a short update while I wait for my partner to come in. There is going to be no less than... Why'd I do that? There's going to be no less than 6 more online and over-the-air radio stations that will pick up this show as we begin to pick up speed. We are presented by Black Lion Security Firm, LLC, the pride of protection with the protection of pride. A health update to get us started. As you guys know, I've had a horrible time battling caffeine. Caffeine was the enemy for me, especially after I got out of the hospital after my cancer surgery. Well, I am proud to say that since I signed off on Thursday, which is when I finished off a matcha green tea lemonade, I have not had any caffeine. And the first people told me the first 3 days were going to be the toughest, which I believed, and that I was going to have a lot of headaches. Well, so far, I haven't had any headaches, part 1. And part 2, only thing I've been is like more tired than ever because I don't have that push. See this? Raspberry hot tea. No caffeine in it. So that's what I'm rolling with today. And it's still nice and hot. And I've brewed this like about an hour ago. So a shout out to the Yeti cup for keeping it hot. And as I said, I'm waiting on my partner to come in. But while I am waiting for him to come in, he sent me quite a few things to look at. So we're going to look at them as we have our opening segment we love to call the Whip Around. And the Whip Around is brought to you by Monkey Knife Fight. What is that, you ask? It's a website. It's a site and that allows you to play games, place bets, and make money. And right now, you use the code Snowman, you get a match on up to $100 on your initial deposit. It's the story that won't go away. Kevin Durant has now engaged in talks with the Boston Celtics. Don't do it, Boston. Just don't do it. I as much as I love seeing Kevin Durant play, and I do, believe me, I do, He made his bed, let him lay in it. A lot of people don't like that, but I prefer to tell the truth and shame the devil. So Kevin Durant made his bed, hooking up with Kyrie Irving and walking away from the best point guard in the game. Let him deal with it. I hope the Nets don't trade him. The Green Bay Police Department confirmed it was one of its officers who put his hands on Packers running back A.J. Dillon on Saturday during a weather delay of an exhibition soccer match at Lambeau Field, and it said it would investigate the incident. A video of Dillon, the Packers' third-year running back, showed an officer trying to prevent the player from interacting with fans at the Manchester City versus FC Bayern Munich friendly. Why do they call soccer matches friendly? Dillon was going to jump into the stands and do a Lambeau leap and was initially stopped before being allowed to do it. Dillon called it a, quote, miscommunication between the parties in a tweet posted on Sunday. The police department issued a statement saying the Green Bay Police, quote, the Green Bay Police Department is aware of the social media video, which shows an interaction between a Green Bay police officer and Green Bay Packer A.J. Dillon at the soccer match at Lambeau Field on July 23rd. Well. And my thing is, why are we not surprised? Why are we not surprised? I hope they get it. I hope they get it fixed. That's all I gotta say. I hope they get it fixed. To baseball now, and the MLBPA rejects Major League Baseball's proposal for international draft, leaving a qualifying offer system in place. The deadline for both sides to reach an agreement on a long-standing issue with major ripple effects was Monday. The absence of a draft means the qualifying offer system and the international signing period will each remain as is. The two sides exchanged a total of 4 proposals this month, including 2 last weekend, and were consistently far apart on the amount of money that would be guaranteed to future international amateur players. Cole Johnson now joins me. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, sir.
Okay, what is Major League Baseball doing, and why do they keep blanking up?
Are you surprised? I mean, Major League Baseball, I'm not
surprised, but I'm doing
they want to control every single aspect about the sport,
and
including
the Hall of Fame, and you know my gripe about that.
Mm-hmm. And as you can see with the induction of David Ortiz, they change the rules as they go, so they want to control every aspect, but the more they try to control it, the more they should realize they are screwing the sport up. And they just seem to not know that they're in their own way. And
I'll
possibly
say that word, care. They just do not care. I'll let you take the next one. I got to step away for a moment.
All right. Here we go. So many things going on today in sports. Why not go here? The Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics are actually talking about a possible trade. Yes. And a possible trade with the man they locked down in the first round of the NBA playoffs, Kevin Durant. Yes. So the Celtics appear to be really no closer inquiring him other than just discussions. But the fact that you would put him on a team that possibly could have also Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, because I really don't see the Celtics getting Durant and moving one of those two pieces. It's ridiculous in thought process, but it's nice that you're seeing that the Celtics are sort of saying, well, you know what? We have that mindset of we want to improve our team, and why can't we not improve it with the addition of Kevin Durant? Now, of course, you have the Heat and the Suns and the Raptors They all are in talks of wanting to grab Durant. Problem. You're going to have to give up a whole mortgage in order to get him. So that's not happening. I'm so sorry. He's a net until otherwise. Switching over to the NFL. So you may have seen this incident over the weekend. There was a soccer match that took place at Lambeau Field, and you saw running back A.J. Dillon wearing a Manchester United uniform, and he was high-fiving and pointing out where he wanted to do the Lambeau leap onto the crowd because, of course, they all recognized that this is A.J. Dillon. However, Green Bay PD did not. So it was confirmed that one of his officers who actually decided to, before Dillon was about to leap into the stands, grabbed onto the back of his shirt. And it shows that he was trying to prevent the player from interacting with the fans. Now, if you know, the Packers know who this guy is, yet you have these police officers or this police officer who doesn't, and the other police officers that are around him didn't say, well, wait, that's a Packer. That's a problem. And I'll say it this way. Now, I was in the military, so I've understood how you have these things happen. You are abreast of who possibly could be at the event and who is not. So if you think that this person is capable of being a threat, you are highly alerted. But if you know that this person is going to attend it and it's not a threat, then you don't deal with it at all. However, this police officer, boo-booed quite severely.
Oh, is this the Green Bay thing?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Oops.
Now, of course, Dillon was let go and he left it into the stands as he should have in the first place. But you got to do better than that. So apparently there's a quarterback battle in Carolina. Yeah, the head coach.
Stop.
Go, but let me have fun in actually saying this ridiculousness.
You just did. Next.
Oh, Lord, fine.
No. Go with it. Go with it. Because I need to laugh a little more this morning. Go with it.
I get you, though. So the head coach of the Panthers, Matt Rule, is saying that Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield being pitted against each other will equal NFL wins. So let's follow this equation. Baker Mayfield plus Sam Darnold plus competition equals
0. Did I climb in your head? Did I climb in your head?
I gotta find ways to set this up more. Beautiful. So remember when last month people were excited that Rasheed Wallace was going to be on the coaching staff of the Lakers? Well, in the words of Stone Cold,
I'll let you have this one. I'll let you have this one. Go with it.
All right. Well, in the words of Stone Cold Steve Austin, it's not going to happen. So it was reported in The Athletic that Darvin Ham, who of course is heading into his initial year as the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, I feel for you, Mr. Ham. You deserve a better team to helm than the Lakers, especially under the drama soup that is currently going on. He decided to tap a former teammate of his to help guide this club. And Rasheed last month said, okay, sure. But he looked at this club and he decided to simply say, nah. Now, Wallace is praised highly for his basketball IQ. Kevin Garnett, the Hall of Famer himself, Kevin Garnett, He actually said that Wallace was a genius and a mastermind, and him and his presence could have helped someone like an Anthony Davis and LeBron James as an assistant coach. Like defensive posture positioning, like post play, like knowing that you, yeah, like knowing that you are big men and you can occasionally go into the perimeter, not live out there. Well, what I have to say about this, Rashid, that was one of the greatest decisions you've ever made in your basketball career. And it is storied at that. Bravo to you. You made the right decision to leave that drama because you do not need to have more gray hairs than you already have.
And for the Lakers,
So what's this outrage I hear of Charles Barkley going over to LIV Golf and catching flack for it? Well, Barkley's like, okay, you can get the flack all you want. I don't care.
Barkley's like, I'm getting paid. Okay?
That's right.
Charles Barkley's saying, I'm getting paid.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care. That's money coming into my pocket. So he acknowledged meeting with LIV Golf CEO Greg Norman, and he called it, and I have to say it was perfect. The two words that I really believe that we're seeing with the PGA Golf and the community that is throwing their vitriol toward LIV Golf and those and golfers who are going over to the new league as selective outrage. And I agree. I think it is. Mr. Barkley went further in explaining such. Quote, in a perfect scenario, I would love to do both the Inside NBA and LIV. I don't know how Turner sponsors are going to feel about it. I know there's going to be some blowback. Close quote. This is what I feel about it. So Barkley has been on the Inside NBA for almost 2 decades, if not 2 decades on the nose. This dude can write his own ticket. So it's not as if Barkley needs to have the Inside the NBA money. I mean, he was a millionaire before he took the job. He's raised
enough hell. He's raised enough hell with Inside the NBA. Yeah. And every time he raises hell, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. And he has hinted that his time on the show is slow to come to an end very soon. So, I mean, this man is he's approaching 60. So he's looking toward the next thing. And I don't blame him. I mean, he wants to enjoy life. And you know what? More power to you, Chuck. I hope you enjoy the LIV and commentating for him and getting the money that you get. Whatever you want to do, sir, that's all on you, man. And I look forward to it.
So do I.
I look forward to what you do.
Yeah. So do I. So do I, man. I mean, I'm ready to see Charles Barkley commentate on some golf. I'm ready to laugh. I'm ready to have fun with it. And for those of you that doubt him, and
are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Basketball and made a lot of money out of it. Inside the NBA's made him a lot of money, and LIV is going to make him a lot more money.
Yeah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. I got no issue.
I don't either. I don't know either. I don't have any issue either. And just like Barkley saying, you know what, I'm taking the money and running, and you all can say whatever you want. That's the end of it. That is the end of this episode's Whip Around.
The Whip Around this morning is brought to you by Monkey Knife Fight. Sign up today. Use the code Snowman, and you get 100% match on up to $100 on your initial deposit. Okay. Let's take a break and get to the story that won't go away, Kevin Durant.
Oh, good Lord.
Apparently, there's another team that's interested in him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's who they're dangling who I have a problem with. Back in the flash.
This is Snowman in the morning.
Of course, Steph Curry.
Tim Anderson.
Jordan Alvarez.
And it's caught. Debo Samuel with the catch.
Michael Jordan can sense.
The Fro just got the king.
BS3 Network.
The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold, hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure. If you're looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show.
I am Cole Johnson, and welcome to
Cole Sports with a Z. Every Friday on Patreon, and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets.
LeBron James is trash as a basketball player.
wow.
I will say that one more time.
You said it so easily.
I've been saying it for 20 years.
It just came fluidly out of your mouth, like it just flowed like waters of the of a fall, just dropping off a cliff.
Oh, you mean this sentence right here?
Quote.
LeBron James as a basketball player is pure, unadulterated trash and has been for 20 years.
Close quote.
Yeah, I said that, and I'm going to say a whole lot more if you tune in every day to Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson at 8 a.m. Eastern Time.
Hey, Toe Man, they're waiting for you. This is Snowman in the morning.
So why do people get pissed at me when I say that about you know who? I'm sorry. The red light's on. We're back.
It's the assumption of saying that the player we won't mention his name of and the word trash are synonymous with each other.
Well, to me they are. Have you seen him play? I know I'm going to get a visit from the King of the Bronze Sexuals, who's also a very dear friend of the show. But have you seen him play lately?
You have to, Rod, sir. The way I talk to bronze sexuals, you are not in that camp. I want. It's not even that I want you to see the light and not even consider him to be the greatest basketball player of all time. You believe what you believe, but the obsessive behavior that I'm addressing when it comes to that fan base.
See, that part he understands. I know that part. Yeah. That part he understands. Okay.
Sorry.
Speaking of understands, why doesn't Kevin Durant understand that he made his bed and now he has to lay in it?
You know, it's funny
because apparently. Oh, really? What you got for me?
It's funny you said it because I was reading, I think it was either Bleacher Report, or it was either Bleacher Report or another article where.
So you weren't perusing social media.
Yeah, I did. But this wasn't because I wanted to see the usual fare of the brownsexuals slurping all over their cane.
Which we get a lot of.
Yeah.
And to explain once again to folks who ask, we don't find them. We do not search for them.
They
find us.
So I was
reading.
Yeah. So I was reading this article in Bleacher Report, and it was Hall of Famer Dominique Wilkins actually saying that Mr. Durant should cool his jets and actually do exactly what you just said. That he made his bed, he should lay in said bed. That he's sick of seeing these players having the carte blanche to move, and that they basically own.
Who started all that?
Yeah, the player we'll talk about tomorrow.
Yes.
So yeah, he was mentioning that that if you're in a situation, you should stick it out and you should work through it, and that you owe it to the team that you play for to do that. And it's a take that you rarely ever hear come from a basketball head as of recent, but it's one I'm glad I heard.
It's one we've been saying for the longest.
Yeah, in fact, the total verbiage from the highlight film's mouth, the human highlight film's mouth, was quote. Thank you. It's all gone technology. You got to hang in there and stick it out. Close quote. So it makes what you're about to say even more interesting.
Speaking of technology, damn it. Well, you know what you're supposed to do? I mean, everybody. Here I go circling back to you know who again. Doesn't everybody praise? I will not cuss. 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 Even though I'm installing stuff, I will not cuss. Doesn't everybody praise LBJ for sticking out his quote unquote contracts and bringing championships to wherever he played? Don't do it, Brian. Don't cuss. Don't cuss. I don't have a swear jar available to me. I do not have a swear jar available to me. Like Richard Pryor had in the movie Moving. I don't have that available to me. I mean, Kevin Durant, you made your bed, lay in it. You chose to walk away from the best point guard in the game. You did. You chose to let people get in your ear about, well, you really didn't earn your championships with Golden State, which, as you should know, sir, is a bunch of BS in the first place.
He knows it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he knows it now because he's hating himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's hating himself, and this is where the term self-hate really is defined.
Mm-hmm.
We in the Black community have heard the term self-hate, and Lord knows I have for the past 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
He hates himself for leaving the best point guard in the game. Well, Kevin, my only question is this. Why'd you leave? Why did you listen to those voices in your head? Why did you listen to people who meant you no damn good?
Well, he wants to prove that he can win a championship, as Charles Barkley said, as the bus driver. And that he can't be the bus driver, he has to be a passenger.
If the situation in Oklahoma City was toxic, if the situation in Brooklyn is toxic, and the situation in Golden State taught you what basketball should be about, shouldn't you be wanting to stay put?
Okay. In a perfect world, yes.
And this is Kobe and Shaq all over again. Kobe won without Shaq. Nah. And now Steph Curry has won 2 titles without you, Kevin. Nah. Fool.
Meanwhile, you've only won one playoff series, since leaving Golden State. And I know you came close to winning a second, but you wear a size 16 out of size 13. But I just, for the life of me, I really want to know what he actually thought the possibility would be in teaming up with a problematic player as such as Kyrie Irving. I know they're boys and I know they're friends, but he had a sample size.
Doesn't matter if you're my boy or my friend. See, Kevin Durant should play with the attitude, I want to win.
He had a sample size understanding of what this fool was all about. He badmouthed on his way out of Cleveland. And badmouthed after he left Cleveland. Then he got a chance to witness how the Celtics team was much better without him than with him, was jealous, caught all sorts of feelings, and after promising the Celtic fan base in Boston, I'm here for as long as you want me, and then 9 months later becoming a Net, you should know that this guy cannot be trusted as far as you can throw him.
Yeah, Chris, he asks a perfect question. He asks a perfect question. Is KD really driving the bus if he joins the Celtics? I'll answer that. Nope. Jason Tatum is.
And yet you had an understanding of this is the type of guy you are hitching your wagon to. And that's just the last 2 years before you became a Net and Tank became partners, and not just summer running buddies in pickup games. And now you've had 3 years. Yeah. And now you've had 3 years with him. You played on the court without him as a teammate than with him. And so now you know. Yeah. And so now you know it is detrimental to your career
and your health
to have Kyrie Irving as your teammate. And now you want out. And yes, the answer to that question, Mr. Dietz, no. That bus is Jason Tatum, with possibly at times Jaylen Brown taking over, and possibly at times Marcus Smart taking over. But no, not Kevin Durant.
They got their big three.
Yes, they have their big three. They don't need anybody else. At least they don't need anybody else to be the main contributor to the team. All they need is side pieces that can, I hate to say it that way, just they need role players to support what those three can do.
Mm-hmm. That's all they need.
And if it can find probably one more, I think they will be able to over the top everybody else and get that ring. So they don't need Kevin Durant to the Celtics. Don't need him.
Yeah.
But personally, I'm thinking, and Dietz, I'm about to gas your head up right now. I think now we have to actually say one of the smartest executives in the NBA today would be Brad Stevens. I didn't think I was going to say that, but I think we must say that now, because this is sort of a way of saying, wait a minute, this team just took the champions to 6 games in the finals. Why are they in the Kevin Durant sweepstakes?
Which shouldn't be sweepstakes anyway.
No, it shouldn't be. But it puts other teams on alert. They're saying, "Oh, they want to improve, and they're willing to do anything they can to improve them." Beautiful, brilliant chess move by the Celtics, even if they don't get them. And actually, I think they'd be better if they don't. But that's a brilliant chess move.
Yeah, Kevin Durant. As far as your trade request goes, I just have this. When Golden State turns you down, and says, "Nah, we're good,"
and they are,
and they're going to get better. Patrick Baldwin Jr. That's all I'm going to say.
So all you have to say is James Wiseman.
A healthy James Wiseman. A very, very healthy James Wiseman.
Now, here's something, Deets, and you raised a really good point. How the Celtics are going to get KD without giving Tatum, Brown, or Smart,
or all of the above,
or all the above. That's the point. I think, as I said, I think the Celtics are playing chess. They're just saying, okay, we're throwing a hat in the ring, but they aren't really taking the Nets serious. They really aren't.
Nope.
And yes, it is about what you have to give up as a team rather than getting the talent that you have. But I was talking to some Cavs fans, and they were saying,
the hell were you thinking?
Well, they were saying that, man, they should jump on that trade. And I'm thinking, why? You got a talent on the rise in Saxton. You might as well keep that guy because you know you're going to lose him as soon as if Gilbert, the owner, governor of the Cavs, signs his name on a dotted line saying, yeah, we want Durant to be in Cleveland. You know that wonderful talent is gone. You need to build around him and build around the talent that's around him. Because that is a good young team that only can be better by having the reps. And speaking of having the reps, Mr. Wise El Jefe joins us. How you doing, man?
What's going on, brother?
Going fine.
For the Yankees, number 2, Derek Jeter.
No. You're doing this
number
wrong.
2.
No. You're doing this
Go ahead, Cole. Do it. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Cole. Go with it.
Cole has his special one for me.
That's right. Number 420, Wise El Jefe. 420.
Oh man!
But that has to turn into a soundbite now.
Oh, it will.
You realize that has to turn into a soundbite.
I'm shocked he hasn't used the segment that it comes from. Why he says that?
Oh yes, and speaking of that, sir, you will be happy to know that your episode of your guest appearance on Revelations will debut later today on YouTube. So we're going to see exactly where that reference comes from, because that was a ball. I enjoyed that interview, and you're gonna enjoy it, Brian, man, because
I can't wait to see it.
It was great. It was a great time, man.
Oh man, it was fun. It was a fun time.
Yeah.
I'm switching things around again.
That's understandable. Darn it. So, all right, Wise.
Who hasn't switched their setup around? I'm going back to the.
I switched mine. I was using my arm. No longer using it. Now I'm using.
I'm off the boom arm. I'm off the boom arm. Okay.
I kept seeing you and Cole with it. I was like, let me bring it down. Bring the mic down.
Yeah.
Well,
what's up, Snowman?
A break, and then Uncle Foot strikes again.
Oh Lord, have mercy!
Oh, we gotta say. Oh yeah, I heard. I was gonna talk to you about that too. Her proposition.
Yeah.
Oh, you timed this perfect.
We're gonna talk about it when we get back, and I hope not to make my partners laugh until they choke like Cole did yesterday, and I did in return yesterday. What do I mean by Uncle Foot's at it again?
Oh my gosh!
You will see and hear when y'all get back.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
For Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez.
And it's caught! Debo Samuel with the catch.
Michael Jordan can sense.
The Fro just got the king. BS3 Network. The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
A TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up?
And again, the 1-2 pitch on the way to Saunders. Swing and a fly ball deep to right field. Bautista going back to the track to the wall. Get out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma. It is grand salami time. Michael Saunders with a grand slam home run, the first of the year for the Mariners. Here in the top of the 10th inning, would you believe it? And it's now the Mariners 9 and the Blue Jays 5. Saunders' second home run and as many at-bats. Holy smokes! And the Mariners lead 9-5 on the grand slam home run off the bat of Saunders. Dave D. House, that's for you, buddy.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hey, this promises to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait.
Are you kidding me? Do you believe it?
It's the hottest of hot takes and the coldest of cold, hard facts. Every day at 8 a.m. Eastern Time.
Hey, Toe Man, they're waiting for you. This is Snowman in the Morning.
All right, we're back. We're the Three Musketeers. Snowman up here, Cole over there, Wise El Jefe down below. This portion brought to you in part by Fanatics. Go to officialsitmorning.com/fanatics. Shop at will, and you'll help us at will. Okay. First of all, I look at my tablet screen, and the opening game is Jacksonville and Las Vegas.
Well,
who the hell
the
was smoking?
It's the Hall of Fame game. I mean, all right. I know we were. I know all three of us are football fans, and I know there's many football fans in the chat. But show of hands, who salivates to watch the Hall of Fame game?
I'm gonna be asleep.
That's what I thought. We care about what happens a month and some change from now.
I've never actually seen the Hall of Fame game.
Thank you. I've seen more of the Hall of Fame ceremony than I have a Hall of Fame game.
I usually don't watch till at least the third, fourth preseason game anyway.
That's about right. Yeah, the third preseason game is when I normally start paying attention.
Yeah, because first two games, there's no one really that I want to see playing.
I mean, I'll tune in.
Speaking of
just to see,
not wanting to see things. Old Uncle Foot is at it again. Chicago Mayor Lori Uncle Lightfoot revealed 3 proposals on Monday for renovations to Soldier Field to entice the Bears to remain at their home stadium of the past 50 years. Why don't you just let the Bears buy the stadium and not have it be owned by the Park District?
It sounds like the mayor of Chicago,
Uncle Foot.
I can't say Mr. or Miss Lori Lightfoot is a prisoner of the moment.
So the first of Uncle Foot's 3 proposals would fully enclose the stadium by rebuilding both end zones with columns that can support a dome structure. The second would require both end zones to be rebuilt with columns to make the stadium dome ready. The third option calls for modifications to make Soldier Field a multi-purpose stadium suited to host soccer games while also making it a viable location to accommodate major concerts.
Here's my issue with that. If you're going to have an enclosed stadium and you have an NFL team that plays in said stadium, don't you need to have a stadium that has enough capacity to host an event like, I don't know, the Super Bowl? Because correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, Soldier Field, does it even have for capacity 65,000?
No, 61.5.
That's what I thought. So
61.5. This move is to appease the Bears, and it's also to appease to the NFL because they won a Super Bowl in Chicago.
But okay, I'm glad you said that. So you have a stadium that's small, and you want to put a dome on top of it. Here is the bylaw of what constitutes a Super Bowl site. 2 things need to happen for a team or for a city to host a Super Bowl. Either if it's outdoors, the temperature has to be at kickoff 50 degrees or warmer. And 2, the stadium must hold 72,000 seats in it.
Well, that explains MetLife Stadium getting Super Bowl 48.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it was great for the city. It was great to have Super Bowl in New York City. I loved it.
Yeah,
actually, I was working security, and I actually was working a party and got to meet a couple of NFL players.
So, yeah. Ryan McCoffey in the house with us. I've seen the renovation drawings. It looks like a government building, which means it's ugly. No argument here.
I mean, it looks like a plate on top of a spaceship. I don't know what.
My thing would be, why would you want to
put
it's so outdated?
Listen,
Soldier Field is outdated. There's nothing they can do.
Bears are going to move to Arlington Heights, just like the Cowboys are going to move to Arlington, Texas. Well, they moved to Arlington, that Arlington football team.
Mm-hmm. They did, yeah.
They're going to build a stadium that seats at least 80,000, and they're going to get a Super Bowl in Chicago after all.
That is what's going to happen right there.
Mm-hmm. So, Uncle Foot, you're going to lose 3 different ways. Your team's leaving the city. Soldier Field's going to become even more dilapidated than it is already. And I haven't been in that joint since 2009, and I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to lose your chance at the city of Chicago, downtown Chicago, hosting a Super Bowl, which downtown Chicago is a zoo in and of itself. 5:00 Friday afternoons.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to bring a Super Bowl to the Windy City? Do you know how much of a zoo that joint? How much more of a zoo that would be? I lived in Chicago most of my life. Unless I have to visit, I ain't going back. And this is from a diehard Chicagoan, okay?
And I mean,
I lived in that traffic. And
I mean, the city should know how it would be to put on a big time sporting event in the middle of February. They've hosted the All-Star game a few times, so they should know.
They've hosted 3 baseball All-Star games, even one at Raggedy Field in 1990.
At what field?
Raggedy Field.
Oh,
I'm not correcting myself. It's Raggedy Field.
That's sad. Why such hatred for the Cubs?
Have you been in that joint?
He's gonna
Have you
throw
seen
shade
that? No.
at the
Better
stand.
question. Better question. Have you seen that joint?
I've seen it. I haven't been.
My New York accent's coming out. Have you seen that joint?
Yes, I've seen it, but yes, yes, I've seen it. No, I have not been in it.
Don't do that.
I know. I know it's over 100 years old. I know.
Do that. They put. They're trying to make it look like a ballpark, and it simply isn't. All right. Here's my Wrigley Field.
So what is it? What is it? Nostalgia? Do they keep it for nostalgic reasons? Like, do they not want a new ballpark? I don't know. I'm just
now this is
nostalgia based.
Now it's a tourist attraction. It's gotten that status as of. And correct me if I'm wrong, Brian. It's gotten that status as of what 20 years ago. I mean, recently. I mean, because it wasn't really that way when we were younger. It was like, oh, it's a great old ballpark.
And on top of that, the one thing that no one expected to happen happened.
Yes, in 6 years ago when they won a World Series, the first in 108 years. Yes.
When they, I can't even say it. I can't even say it.
I just did.
It's like
when they won the World Series, and it was the first in 108 years they won the World Series.
Oh my God! Listen. 2016 brought two events to Chicago that, in back-to-back weeks, a World Series and a back-asswards election.
Yeah, because that did happen 6 days later. Yeah, you're right.
Find the lie.
You're right. That did happen 6 days later. I totally forgot about that.
6 days after the Scrubs won the World Series miraculously.
Wow.
Raggedy Field.
I got more to say. After the Scrubs won the World Series in 2016, 6 days later, we had the election of all elections that made me stay in my house, drink all my beer, eat my pizza, and not come out. It's like and I lived in LaPorte, Indiana. I lived an hour and a half away from Chicago.
Oh, you're nowhere near it then.
Second reason to have ammunition?
Oh, my.
The first one was bad enough. November 2nd. 6 days later, that.
But you hit the nail on what I believe is the true head, and that is Uncle Foot wants to put the foot on the neck of the Bears and wants them to basically crap or get off the pot. Say, all right, we believe in the Bears. We believe in Soldier Field, and we believe we have the most state-of-the-art facility in the NFL.
I've seen the renderings. Ryan, it's worse than a government building. And in one of the renderings, I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Please.
It read Chicago Dome.
Yes. Make it even crappier. Yes.
It read, you know what? If Uncle Foot pulls this magic trick, not only do you get a Super Bowl in downtown Chicago, you know what else you get? The Big Ten bleeping championship game. Think about it. Think about it. 2 events within 2 months of each other.
Do they really? I'm talking Big Ten, not Chicago. Do they really want to hold that game?
Hell no. I know
That's
people
what I was
in the Big Ten. I know people in the Big Ten office, and in lieu of Bishop, and in lieu of Bishop, and me getting another copyright claim against this video, I'll answer this naturally. Hell no. I've been to the Big Ten championship game, and I'd rather it be at Lucas Oil Stadium where I'm comfortable. I can have my headphones on. I can work quietly. Of course, it ain't quiet when you got 65,000 maniacs in Lucas Oil Stadium. But I'd rather have that than Soldier Field. And this is a native Chicagoan here. This is a native Chicagoan.
Would they look? I would rather them play in First Energy Field in Cleveland before they play in Soldier Field
without a
Chicago.
dome.
And that's without a dome.
If they're renovating Soldier Field, the Bears will have to play at University of Illinois again. Yeah,
that's exactly what they were playing.
Which means Champaign ain't gonna like it because they had to do it in 2002. Again, the field turf would get ruined. Okay, which means the Bears would have to travel from Chicago to Bourbonnais, Olivet Nazarene, then back to Chicago, then to Lake Forest for their regular practice. No joke. That World Series was great. No, it wasn't.
Lake Forest, Illinois. Lake Forest, Illinois. So I gotta get accustomed to a Bears future home game being either there or Highland Park or Naperville or Arlington Heights.
And I've seen
because
all
that's
those places train.
Yeah, because that's where we're headed here.
I've seen all those places by train when I was the voice of Trinity International University. Look,
now I'm not
Uncle
sure
Foot's
how
going to lose. The Bears are going to lose. And the Chicago Park District is about to lose a team that they've had their hand over their neck for the better part of 60 years.
And they have one of the greatest ownership groups to do that with, because the McCaskies ain't gonna part with any dime.
Which brings to mind our question of the day. Wait a minute. Play at Wrigley like Northwestern did. Hell no. Hell no to the no. Hell no.
You mean like when the Bears actually did back in the 60s? Because they did play at Wrigley then.
Yeah, they did, when Wrigley Field actually had room. Now you got bricks all over the place. Hell no. Good God. That's like having the Jets play at Shea State. Oh, wait, they did that.
They did.
They you know what? I saw a funny story about the New York Jets. Before they played the Buffalo Bills in 1981, someone stole the goalposts.
Oh yeah, and for the week leading up to the game, Shea Stadium was trying to find everywhere to find goalposts,
and nobody bit. They had to piece together goalposts.
Yeah,
they had to piece together goalposts. I know, dude. So I'm having fun with it too. If you haven't done so already, check out the Fifth Down Sports Show.
Please
It will air on SDM Sports Radio as well as the SDM Sports Network and other networks. I mean, look,
Uncle Lori,
the Chicago Bears plus the McCaskies plus Uncle Foot equals this.
Uncle Lori is about to usher in a new era for Chicago Bears football.
I am glad I'm far away.
Because
I'm in a land on a farm far away. If I get invited to Soldier Field, you better strap a press pass to it.
Because I want to hear your fellow Chicagoans when it is announced that the Bears are going to be moving to some southern suburb of Chicago. Heck, they might even move to Gary, Indiana. I want to
Gary
hear
would have a
what they
better
have to
shot
say.
at hosting the Gary would have a better shot at hosting the Bears than downtown Chicago would. There's actually room to operate.
Right. I want to hear the utter outrage that Chicago natives will have when that announcement happens, because that announcement is soon to come now.
Well, it's happening now. Number one, and number two, they're still going to truck their asses out to the suburbs to watch the Bears. Watch,
because putting that plate on the spaceship that's called Soldier Field is doing exactly that.
Many a time, I've driven Lakeshore Drive into downtown, and my friends say the exact same word that you just did, Cole. That's a damn spaceship. That ain't Soldier Field.
It don't even resemble what the
It doesn't resemble what Soldier Field was once upon a time. See, had they gotten the right people to build the blankety blank thing and also preserve the history of the columns of Soldier Field, maybe, just maybe, old Uncle Foot wouldn't have to stick her foot in her mouth and her nose in the Chicago Bears business.
Oh, Uncle Lori. Why? Why, Uncle Lori? She should know better than that.
This is going to fall on deaf ears, and I can't wait for it to fall on deaf ears. I can't wait for it to fall on deaf ears. All right. Give me Jerry Howarth and Steve Pierce, because hour 2 of Snowman in the Morning begins right about now.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up?
There they go. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball deep left field. Hooking down the line. Hooking. There she goes. A grand slam. The Blue Jays have done it again. Steve Pierce with a 2-out grand slam to beat Oakland 8-4. Another walk-off home run after Morales did it last night. Home run number 9. His sweetest as a Blue Jay in 2017.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hey, this promises to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait.
Are you kidding me?
Do you believe it?
Hour 2 of Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, Wise El Jefe in the background. Yours truly is here. I've gone 5 days without caffeine. No pop, no coffee. Am I paying for it right now? Yeah.
Of course.
Am I going back to caffeine? No.
Wow. Now that I'm proud of you on that.
Listen, my father-in-law gave me a coffee maker with supplies for my birthday. I used the hell out of it 7 days leading up to my birthday. But since my birthday, since I signed off that morning, I haven't had a need for caffeine. Now, I'm going against Nurse Namastasia's advice, which is take it slow. Nah, I'm all in. I'm all in. Hell with it.
Oh.
I ain't got caffeine this morning. Stop. No, I'm kidding. All right. So, Devontae Adams.
Yes. What about Devontae Adams?
Opened his mouth and put his foot in it by saying, going from one Hall of Fame. You know the quote. You know the quote. Do
yes.
The quote thing, please.
Mm-hmm.
Say the quote for me. Go.
Quote. I am going from one Hall of Famer to another. Close quote.
Now then, we all are going to get a piece of this. We all are going to get a piece of this. Give me my snowman steak.
All right, here we go.
Devontae Adams, you idiot. One Hall of Famer to another. Who says they're Hall of Famers in the first place? And who says you're the best? And who says you're the best receiver in the NFL? I certainly don't. I most certainly don't. Because quite frankly, the two best receivers in the NFL reside in the same division, and it ain't yours. You're going to classify Derek Carr now as a Hall of Famer?
Yes. That's his boy.
Devontae Adams, you are an absolute idiot.
It's like
uttering.
It's like we're hurting good times. They go back. They're tired of the pantyhose is 2 sizes small.
And all I got to say is this:
That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing?
What is this? What?
Going from one Hall of Famer to another?
Oh, hell no!
Since when we using screaming names?
I saw the soundbite. I heard the soundbite. I snatched it. Besides, that statement applies. The blasphemous thing applies. Oh, by the way, Devontae Adams. Yeah, I'm using Negro Night, at least for today. By the way, Devontae Adams, in response to your comment, and let me see. What's my favorite word?
Next!
You're not even the best receiver in the NFL. You're barely one of the good receivers in the NFL.
Well, okay,
you got the unmitigated gall to make that kind of comparison.
Well,
oh no.
Okay, so Justin Jefferson, for those who don't know, I know the chat and I know you two do know him. He basically is the number 1 wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. He actually said, quote, "It is Devontae and then it is me in terms of the best wide receivers in the NFL." Close quote.
Is that the full quote?
Yes, that's full quote.
Okay, then I say, and
yes, Wise.
I don't see nothing wrong with the statement. You have to say you're the best.
I see everything wrong with the statement.
I don't. I
do.
I look at it as, listen, if he doesn't, I don't want him on my team if he don't think he's the best. I wouldn't have said I wouldn't have said versus Devontae then me. It would have been me saying I'm the best. It would just that's what I'm saying. That's to me. If you listen, we all know receivers a bunch of prima donnas. But for me, I wouldn't have given Devontae Adams props. It would have been like I'm the best. I would have just basically said I was the best receiver. I wouldn't have said it's Devontae Adams then me. That's just me.
They're both
I would have
good.
said I was the best.
Don't get it twisted. They're both good.
Oh yeah, both are
good.
really good. Yeah, both are really good.
But they're not, to me, in the upper echelon of receivers. Neither one of them.
So where does your upper echelon of receivers begin?
Allow me to finish.
Whoa.
I'll answer your question. I'll answer your question, Wise, with this statement: the two best receivers in the NFL reside in the same division, and Devontae Adams and Justin Jefferson. It ain't yours.
Oh, I was gonna have this precede you, sir.
Oh, you were finished. Oh, well, allow me to retort.
I'll retort once again. Devontae Adams and Justin Jefferson, y'all may be good receivers. You may become great receivers. But the two best receivers in the NFL at this point in time are in the same division, and it ain't yours. Period.
So those two would be Cooper Kupp and Deebo Samuel.
Correct. And we know Debo does everything. Okay. Cooper is the Super Bowl MVP. Debo is Debo. Who the hell are Justin Jefferson and Devontae Adams to compare themselves to them? That's Snowman's take. What's yours?
Rough rule.
Now, I'm going to let you two get a piece of this. I'll be right back. Ah, wrong button. Damn it. Damn technology. I'll be back.
All right. I get what you're saying. Yes. On my team, I would love to have the prima donnas say that they're the ultimate prima donna. Yes, I'm with you on that. Confidence goes a long way when it comes to wide receivers and cornerbacks.
Yeah.
I understand that. I do. In playing the sport, I get the understanding. That's how those two positions in particular roll. So it wasn't the fact that Justin Jefferson said it. It was the people he used, or the person he used in what he said. I'm thinking, Devontae Adams, who is a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL? Can't debate that. But he came up real small in the divisional round back in January. And
okay, they did. He did.
Real small.
He did. But the Packers didn't show a period though. It's not just.
The Packers defense definitely showed up because they only allowed 6 points. Yes,
offense did not show up.
Yeah, that defense only allowed 6 points, so they showed up. The offense decided to take a vacation after the first drive.
Yeah,
and the special teams didn't even show. So yeah,
so the offense and special teams didn't show up. The defense did show up. Yes,
yeah.
So it wasn't all on Devontae.
I agree. It wasn't all.
We gotta go put some blame on Mr. Rogers.
Number 12 gets the lion's share of the blame.
We gotta put the blame on Mr. Rogers because this man has. It's like we've been saying the playoffs is his kryptonite lately. Like,
oh well, see, this is what I've always said about Mr. Rogers. He's pretty in terms of he looks the part and he acts the part of the quarterback. But do I really want him under center in the biggest of games? The answer is no. And I have felt that way even when the Packers won their lone Super Bowl under him. I'm just not that much of a fan of Aaron Rodgers. And these last few years have proven me right, unfortunately.
Unfortunately for who? For Packer fans?
Yes.
I don't feel sorry for them. Not whatsoever.
You're saying this like you're a Bears, Lions, or Vikings fan. I mean, you back to Big Blue. Why would you care anything about Cheeseheads?
Because I have a friend. He's a New Yorker, and he's a Packers fan. Yeah. He's like a brother. He's like a brother to me. I love him with all my heart. But he's a Packers fan, and I could care less for the Packers.
I get it. It's like how when people ask me about why I have such an intense, I won't say hatred, but now intense apathy toward Cowboys fans. Not all, because I know Deech, you're one of them, and you're not included in this because some actually do have sense, like you. Most of them, they just have these rose-colored glasses. They don't have any reality at all assigned to them, and it's unbearable. And it was unbearable to hear from the time I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
So he has. That's why when he said the two best receivers reside in the NFC West, I kind of have a debate with that. I get it that Debo's his boy. Debo does it all, but there's many more names out there, man. You gotta put some respect on their name as well. And Cooper Kupp, please. Yeah, Matthew Stafford throwing it to him. Come on.
Look, I'll put it this way.
I give it. Cooper Kupp is great. I love him. Whatever, he's a great receiver.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some receivers out there, man. You got to put some. You got to give Stephon Diggs some respect. He's top 3 to me as well. He's one of the best receivers out there. And then you got Justin Jefferson. He's got some claim. He's been balling since he's been in the league.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, he's taken his LSU swag with him to the pros, and yeah, he's done well.
And you gotta look at the kid in Cincinnati. He had a great rookie. He put up numbers that no rookie has ever put up.
Oh yeah, Jamar Chase. Yeah, yes, definitely.
So I get it. Cooper Kupp had a great year. Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's hard to deny. Yeah.
Debo, listen, 49ers don't got many more other options besides Kittle. Their running backs was just falling apart on them. So Debo does it all. I get it. But to say they're the 2 best receivers, to me, it's just nah.
I'll say this. They were the biggest focal point wide receiver wise in 2021.
Yes.
I will say that.
Yes.
In that small sample size, that's inarguable. But in a larger sample size, I 100% agree with you. I can't really roll with the best receivers today, period, are Kupp and Debo Samuel. But definitely coming into the new year.
Oh, they're top 5.
They were both of them were top 5.
Yeah.
But coming into the new year, the 2 of them produced the most.
The most stats, yes. Number-wise, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So from that aspect, that is correct. But from the aspect of what you're saying, yeah, you got many receivers. Well, I mean, the last 4 or 5 years, it's been actually one of the greatest windfalls for wide receivers. It's like, wow. I mean, the college game is just spitting one stud after another.
You got to look at it. You got teams who traded their star receivers because this previous draft was deep in receivers.
Yeah, Titans.
You had the Titans trade their number 1 receiver, but they just get a clone.
They got a clone of them. They came out of
their receiver.
Yeah, got a clone out of Arkansas. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the thing. Go ahead.
Let's go to the Fanatic feedback zone and welcome a couple people. BGS,
what's up, man?
One of my good buddies. And Jefferson has to overcome Kirk Cousins as his quarterback. That's why I said he's good.
Dietz. I love that point. I love that point because I agree with you.
Dietz just made the point that I basically made in my take.
I agree.
I didn't have to say it aloud.
Kirk Cousins is an albatross to Justin Jefferson because Mr. Cousins, I think Wise was talking about Kupp had Matthew Stafford throwing to him or basically locking eyes with him. Kirk Cousins is that way with Adam Thielen. And if Thielen isn't injured as much as he was last year,
which is why Adam
Jefferson
Thielen
would not have gotten the touches he got.
Yep.
And it's not because of Jefferson. It'll be because of Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, that albatross kept locking with him.
Mm-hmm. But
that's exactly why. All right. Yeah. We'll talk some more football when we get back. There is a stipulation in the contract of one Kyler Murray.
Ooh.
Yeah. We're going to hit that. We have to.
Mm-hmm.
And it just outlines my point all along about trusting Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the flash.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Thanks for listening to this episode of Snowman in the Morning. You can support us at Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson every time you shop for fan gear or collectibles at Fanatics. Just visit officialsitmorn.com/fanatics and click on the Fanatics logo. Then shop as planned and we'll get a commission on your sale that will help us a ton. Next time you're going to shop at Fanatics, just visit officialsitmorn.com/fanatics and support our morning show. Thanks.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
For a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show.
I am Cole Johnson, and welcome to
Cole Sports with a Z. Every Friday on Patreon, and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets.
Owen, let's talk for a second.
Hi, Ellen. Come on in.
When you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
It'll come to you.
It won't.
We had a lot to learn about each other. A lot. Hey, looks good. Things were changing so quickly. We didn't know what the future would hold. Any of us. I just wish you felt more at home now. But we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
It is official SIT Morn. That is how you can reach us, Dr. K. Official SIT Morn on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Back at it in hour number 2 of Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson and our esteemed brother, Wise El Jefe.
And this portion is brought to you by Fanatics, where sports fans shop. Go to officialsitmorn.com/fanatics, and you'll help us out as well as get some great gear. And I'm going to fix that page up. People have been, messaging me. You're not done with the page yet. I know. I haven't been well, but I will get to it today. And plus, y'all don't want to see my notebook of all the things I need to do. Speaking of which, the Cardinals were leaking disparaging reports about Kyler Murray's work ethic. And though Murray and the Cardinals were ultimately able to agree on a massive $230.5 million contract extension, it seems like the Cardinals have some concerns about Murray's preparation habits, according to For the Win, FTW.USAtoday.com. A screenshot of the addendum hit Twitter on Monday, and we could see that the Cardinals are requiring Murray to spend at least 4 hours per game week preparing on his own time.
4 hours a week.
4 hours of independent here's the tweet from Ian Rappaport. It reads as follows. Open it.
All right, and it goes quote:
contracts are about give and take. One example from hashtag AC Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray's $230.5 million contract. There is an addendum that requires 4 hours of, quote, independent study per game week. It was important to the team that making a commitment at that level, thus it was important to Murray. Close it.
Close quote.
I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I'm at the point where I don't care.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Listen.
Sing it, Bishop. Oh, songs. Sorry.
One more time, Bishop, for those of us in the cheap seats at the old
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Listen.
You need to get your butt in that study film. Hit the room and hit them books. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
I hate you, but I love you, Cole Johnson. Damn it! And that's not the first time Cole has come up with an impromptu verse off that song. Matter of fact, this is the Bishop Bullwinkle segment. Y'all can copyright all you want. Fair use and more fair use. This is the response not only of Kyler Murray to the Cardinals, but of the Boston Celtics to Kevin Durant.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Listen.
I figure if we're gonna go off the rails, we may as well go all the way off the rails. Why not? And let's keep this going. I could see Kyler Murray turning to the executives of the Arizona Cardinals and telling them,
I don't remember asking you a thing.
Just like I can see all the folks of the Chicago Bears turning to Uncle Foot and saying,
I don't remember asking you a thing.
It might be the other way around, but no, then she wouldn't be wearing a Jerry curl now. That would be her back in the 80s.
I rest my case.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to think,
I'm getting too old for this.
4 hours of independent study.
The fact you have
to put the words independent study.
The fact you have to tell him you must at least put forth that much effort outside of when you were in the confines of our organization a week. That's extremely telling. And yes, it's definitely necessary. And I'm actually glad they put that contract, that clause in there, because you got to understand, these owners have to actually now say, look, I'm investing so much into you. Doggone it, we got to have return on this investment.
Yeah.
I'm sliding at least 160 guaranteed, 160 million guaranteed in your face. You can make up to
the least you did me is 4 hours a week.
Yeah. Yeah, you could stand to make up to 230 million exactly wise, and at least give me 4 hours a week outside of work.
Like when you get home, I don't care if it's the first day of the week. I don't care. Give me 4 hours a day. No, actually, no. I prefer you do it Friday. That way, it's so fresh in your mind.
And mine on Sunday,
weekend, yeah. So yeah. So Fridays.
So where was that in January in Los Angeles?
Oh, it went when he was trying to scramble, thinking he could outrun a pass rusher. Got hit hard, thinking he could sling arm a pass, but that thing looked like a wounded duck. You heard about 8,000 people in SoFi saying pull as soon as the ball went in the air.
Pull.
And it went beautifully in the arms of Rams cornerback, and all he had to do was just run 5 yards for a touchdown.
He could
have crawled to the end zone.
Mm-hmm. and he wasn't touched.
No,
he wasn't touched. He could crawl into the. He could. This is for you, Michael Jackson. He could moonwalk into the end zone. Okay.
Yep.
He could have moonwalked into the end zone. That's so. That independent study better pay off.
Shimon.
And I agree. And I agree with you. I'm giving you $165 million up front.
Mm-hmm.
You can do some preparation for us, which starts next month.
Right.
But I have a very important question. Next week we're going to start our two-a-days. Every other sports show is doing two-a-days. We're going to do it. We're going to do it our way. I have a very important question when it comes to Kyler Murray and this independent study and this hellified contract. Who's he going to throw the ball to?
Well, that won't be too much of a problem.
That's
Maybe
why Hollywood, right?
Yeah. You have Marquise Brown. You won't have DeAndre Hopkins for the first 6 games of the year.
And you got suspended.
Right. So yeah, you have that. Christian Kirk, of course, now is a Jaguar, and I know he's smiling happily now because he's really rich.
Mm-hmm.
He's really rich, but he's a Jaguar.
Exactly.
He's really rich. He's really rich. It's a Jaguar. It's a Jaguar stench won't start to happen until I'll give him 2 months. Yeah.
Oh,
when he starts to play.
You're saying week 1.
When he starts to play and he starts to realize that the Jaguars are 5th class citizens, that's when he'll say, "Yeah, I'm rich, but I'm a Jaguar. This sucks." Find the lie.
I know. That's why I'm laughing.
No, not you.
He said, now, thanks to Cole Johnson, the term 5th class citizen will now be a thing. Because I sure as hell am going to use it throughout the course of football season when it comes to the Jaguars.
Because I can't call them 2nd or 3rd. I mean,
no, you
people
can't.
Don't.
You can't.
And I say this because I have a reporter friend who is a huge Jaguars fan. She comes from Jacksonville. She's Duval to the heart, and she will rep the Jaguars. She'll rep the Jaguars from here until they throw dirt in her face. She knows.
Like my boy Joshua Jackson.
Yeah,
because
she knows.
Yeah, and they're both realists. Your friend and mine, they're both realists.
Yeah.
Okay,
she'll be the first.
They're Jaguar fans. They're hardcore. See,
they are.
Jaguar fans are not Cowboy fans, and thank God.
Even though that fan base is divisional rival of a team that I root for, I actually respect them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I actually respect
what's going on. They know what's going on. And the Jaguars put themselves in a better situation when they smacked Indianapolis around the last week of the season.
It's a doggone shit.
And I'll touch on the Colts next week.
Oh, you mean when they ran Carson Wentz out of Indianapolis? Oh,
that's a doggone crime. How do you let a Pee Wee League team just dominate you?
That is why Carson Wentz is no longer
I have a better
there.
question.
You let a Pee Wee League team dominate you, and you
Carson
were
Wentz
in
is
line
a
for a
Redskin.
playoff spot.
And Carson Wentz is now a Redskin.
Yeah,
a Washington Redskin.
Believe me,
Listen,
I'm happy to see him.
Oh, I know you're happy to see him.
How? You're Carson Wentz. You're leading a team that has not one, but 2 shots at making the playoffs. All you got to do, either beat the Raiders at home and led by 10.
And eliminate them from the playoffs when you do.
And go to Jacksonville and kick their ass blindfolded.
You had extra incentive to beat the Raiders.
That
was a must.
Extra incentive to eliminate the Raiders and then take the rest of your frustrations of the season out on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I will touch that next week. AB Media is in the house with us. He says good morning. And he says, yeah, us Colts fans have to hold that L.
That's
you
an L.
Hold it
that's an
you
L
hold
for
it
some reason.
week 1.
That's an
And
L
who do
for
they
I don't
play
know what it
in-
is. I don't know what it
Who do they
is.
play in week 1?
Jaguars.
And where is it?
Jacksonville, where they haven't won in 7 years.
They
I
have not
don't
won in
understand that.
Jacksonville in 7 years.
I don't
am
understand.
praying for that to change with Matt Ryan under center.
It should.
But see, 2 shots to make the playoffs. 2. Matt Taylor, who's a good friend of mine and also the radio voice of the Indianapolis Colts, wasn't too high, wasn't too low. He was quite neutral. When I talked to him before the Raiders game, and he said, "We can't look ahead." I remember him saying, "Open it."
Oh no. Oh gosh. Quote.
We can't look ahead to Jacksonville.
Close quote. Well, he's right. They didn't look ahead to Jacksonville. They looked ahead
And
to
they
fish.
allowed the Raiders to erase a 10-point deficit.
Yeah, to erase a huge
in the
deficit.
final 18 minutes of the game. Because after Wentz threw that touchdown to T.Y. Hilton, and Hilton somehow caught it with one hand and backed into the end zone to put the Colts up 20 to 10.
20 to 10.
My mother-in-law, my wife, my father-in-law, and I all jumped up.
Happy.
Happier than hell.
And
We
that was
all
the last
jumped up.
And that was the last time you smiled about anything the Colts did that year.
Yes, absolutely right. Because after the Raiders walked off, my wife looked at me and said, "You need to answer one question." Hit me. She said, "What the hell just happened?" Oh, thank you. Open it.
Quote.
Say it.
Quote.
Honey, what the hell just happened?
Close quote. Now, knowing you
That was not
being
a Christmas. That was not a Christmas present I wanted. Damn it.
Now, knowing you, sir, you probably said to your wife, quote, "This is what happens when you have Carson Wentz lead a team." Close quote.
That's exactly what I said. But my wife made it simpler when she said,
Oh, hell no.
She's right.
as a matter of fact, she said this.
Oh, hell no.
Then coupled it with, and then also, and she looked me in the eye and asked me, "What are you going to talk to Matt Taylor about for this Jacksonville game?" I'm like, "Babe, I don't know. I don't see." When I talk to these NFL announcers, I did it with Mixon all last year. I did it with Matt Taylor, and I'm waiting on Matt Taylor to get back to me, see if he'll join me this year, and I'm thinking he will. I have a list of questions that I usually ask every week, and I don't get to ask any one of them because I find one question that I want to sink into, and then we're off to the races after that. So to circle back to Wise's point, Christian Kirk may be rich, but he's a Jaguar. Oops.
But right now, since it's July, we're not in August yet, he's happy.
Yeah.
Because he's got that money. He got his bag. He got that bread.
We here on Snowman in the Morning. We love that y'all go get y'all bag.
Yeah, please.
All about y'all getting y'all bag.
Please get it.
We get
Yes,
that bag.
please get it.
Yes, please get it.
We're just waiting for
Just
Labor Day
know
weekend.
that we will roast you once you get that bag.
You come up smaller than mini
And
me.
you and you don't come and show up. You will get roasted on the show. You will.
Yeah.
You got that bag, yeah, brother. You got that bag,
Ryan.
Damn, you dropped like 5 passes yesterday.
Like, ooh,
And we're gonna break it all down this football season. Ryan Tannehill.
You grab that bag quick and you grab that pass. Oh man.
Like I said, Ryan. Do I start with Ryan Tannehill?
Oh Lord, I don't know. With him, it's about the mouth.
It ain't even
Because
about the bag; it's about the mouth.
Yeah, because you got to understand. Actually, Mr. Tannehill, I'll do this now. I know we are about 6 weeks away from when you actually take the field for real, but you got to do this, dude.
You know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
Here you have a new prospect coming in, and you feel obliged in May to step up at the podium and say, basically, because I'm going to do a quote, I'll do a paraphrasing, to basically say, well, it's not my job to lead him. It's not my job to be a mentor to him. Sir, you are not a top 5 quarterback.
And said prospect and the organization said to him,
I don't remember asking you a thing.
That part. I'm like, you aren't even a top 5 QB. What makes you think that you have
the top 3 in your division? Can I go there?
What makes you think you actually have the cachet to actually have the balls and the stones to drop it on the table and say, well, I got this experience. This rookie ain't going to learn Nathan from me. He's going to have to pick it up when he gets it. He basically telling him the Caucasian version of he's got to get it off the glass. Man, if that's the case, he'll be getting a lot of the glass because you'll be missing a whole lot of shots like Russell Westbrook.
Brick.
And as I said, the organization said to Ryan,
I don't remember asking you a thing.
And if you think we are off kilter in the talk that we have, sir, you had a home game back in January, 6 months ago, where you had the opportunity to bring your squad to a place you brought to them before. You brought them to an AFC championship before. You had a chance to do it again, but this time in your home stadium. And with 2 minutes to go in the game, you decide to throw your third interception inside your own territory
and allowed the Bengals to run out the clock and walk off.
And you feel as though you have, and you feel as though you have the need to say to those who are probably coming in to really do replace you, because that's what Mr. Willis is going to do. He's going to replace you eventually. That basically you're saying, well, this job is mine. Well, sir, you come up smaller than me if it ain't for Derrick Henry being healthy in the backfield. Because if he's in the backfield, you're fine. If he's not, you pretty much are in trouble, sir. No. You can't come out the side of your mouth like that and play the way you played the last playoff game we saw you. You can't do that.
Pizzle joining us this morning. How are you?
What's up?
I'm not going to post the next. I'm not going to post the next comment.
You better not. It's not Wednesday. It is not Wednesday.
No,
it is not Wednesday.
It is not Wednesday.
It is not Wednesday.
Instead, I will couple the next comment with the term.
It's like Rod is becoming our Walter.
See why? Oh Lord!
It's like Rod is becoming our Walter now.
You see why? You see whys? Now you have a front row seat as to what we do when we peruse social media. But see, we weren't even talking about that name. We weren't talking about that individual. We weren't even talking about that sport from really pretty much. And they find us. That is proof right there, sir. Proof. They find us. We didn't find that. That found us.
We didn't search for them. They found us.
Okay, Sick. So
this one found me.
So you got to check out.
Let's explain Walter.
You got to check out Base
Let's explain
on
Walter.
Fridays. If you check out Base on Fridays, you'll understand who Walter is. Walter is this dude that comes every Friday and basically half hour into his show, and this dude will tell Bass to start all over. So you already imagine what Bass does. Bass just goes all in.
He probably goes off for at least
and
2
Bass
minutes.
just goes completely off.
He probably go off for 2 minutes solid.
Yeah.
Bass just goes at it, just goes off for 120 seconds. You know what? This one I'll post and I'll laugh at. My Patriots winning the AFC this year. No, they're not.
With who?
With what?
Who? Look, just because Mac Jones is in his second year and you had a quarterback in your employ that won a Super Bowl in his second year 21 years ago does not mean the same thing is going to happen to this squad. They are not talented enough to pull that off.
And they can't even win in Buffalo. Because last I checked, last time the Patriots went to Buffalo in January, they got railroaded.
Oh, you mean the game where Mr. Allen threw more, what was it? More touchdowns than incompletions?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be the game.
Well, this
What's
would
up, B?
still be the would this still be the Patriots team that they lost the game. What was it that they won a game not passing them? What was it? I don't understand.
Oh no,
They
the time before they went to Buffalo, the regular season game in Buffalo,
only
they
threw
won
3
and
passes.
yeah, right.
Yeah, only throw 3. Yeah, like
Yeah.
And
Mac Jones only threw 3 passes
do
because
they
the
think that's
win
gonna
was
happen
stiff.
again. They I don't know. Like
Now I get what Snowman is saying. He's saying basically when it counts because that was a regular season game. They played again in Buffalo a few
Monday
weeks
Night
later.
Football
They got
game
skunked.
with the wind,
Yeah.
with the wind
The
higher
wind was
than all
howling.
get out.
Yeah,
the wind was howling.
The wind was pissed off that game. The wind was pissed off that game.
Yeah, the playoff
And
game was just cold.
It was just cold. There was snow on the ground, and Josh Allen looked like Jim Kelly.
Oh gosh, that's the best he ever looked.
Josh Allen looked like Jim Kelly, and the Patriots looked like the Patriots of the 90s.
And he almost duplicated the very next
They
week.
were
but that's
playing
the
that
best he
song
ever
"Shout
looked.
So Much."
Oh gosh.
You know what,
Ryan?
Put this up
100. Yes.
Yes.
They have an offense coordinator by committee. Yes,
By
I
committee.
agree.
By committee. And then you
And
got.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Andrew. Because people are sleeping on the Dolphins. That defense. Whoo.
You know what? Wake me up when the Dolphins actually do something. I mean, I love the defense. In 4 words, and I know I'm going to get proven wrong, and I hope to get these next 4 words proven wrong. I don't trust Tua.
Well, I mean, they do have a former 49er in the backfield in Raheem Mostert.
Listen to my sentence again. I don't trust Tua.
Well, neither does Brian Flores. Oh, he's not the head coach of them anymore.
Oh, pow!
Shire. Oh,
so sorry.
Shots fired. Oh man,
I'm so sorry.
Shots fired, indeed.
Ooh.
I mean,
he's
the
no longer down.
Dolphins have
He's a job in
everything they
Pittsburgh.
need.
But
Listen, the Dolphins have everything they need to succeed, except the one key position you need solid, and that's a quarterback.
I just want to let y'all know.
I don't trust Tua.
I'm gonna just let y'all know that being a Giants fan, yes, but I'm gonna put some respect on the Jets, man. The Jets are gonna surprise a lot of teams.
By what? Going winless?
Why? Oh, you think they're gonna go winless?
No.
Okay. The Jets are gonna surprise some players, people, man. I'm telling y'all, they did what they were supposed to do this offseason.
The Jets are more talented. Yes.
I'll believe it when I see it starting in
I'll
September.
I'll put it this way.
I'm taking
Wise.
I'm taking the old man take, and
The Jets are more-
I want my takes to be proven wrong. Don't get it
The
twisted.
Jets-
I want my takes to be true. I want to be surprised.
The Jets are more talented. I will give you that. The Jets actually are more skilled too. I'll give you that as well. And I'm a huge fan of Robert Saleh. Huge fan of Saleh. Huge fan of him. The Bills are just too much.
Oh, I'm not saying they're going to win the division.
Dolphins,
far from
Dolphins
it.
are just a wee
Far
bit much.
from it. Far
And the
from it.
Pats because of Belichick are too
Can
intelligent.
the Jets overtake the Dolphins?
I can't
for second in that division.
I can't see them being any. I can't see beating any greater than third in that division. I want to see them do well. I just can't see them being any higher than third. I can't.
Listen,
I'm trying.
They addressed the situations that they had to address. We'll see.
That's
what the season's for. That's what the season's for.
The skills, yes. I'm talking about experience. They lack that still.
Of course. But
same with the Dolphins. As
you
long
can
as
say the
Josh
same thing about the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Buffalo. Listen, but the Bills are
Buffalo Bills.
The Bills are the cream of the crop of that division.
It's not even a question.
I will not deny that. I am not denying that.
No question. Yeah. But
let's stay in the AFC.
Okay.
Who wins the West?
I still think it's the Chiefs division to lose. I want to say otherwise.
It'll be
hard. And you know what?
Listen to the way I'm going to phrase this.
Mm-hmm.
It's either the Chiefs or San Diego.
Here's the problem. Okay, I'm glad you said that. All right, so the Broncos are cool and they're gonna be spoiler. The Raiders, they have what it takes to win a division. I don't know if they can I don't know if they could put together a good stretch to where they can put themselves in that position.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I think they have an aversion to playing well against the Chiefs. Even now,
they have an aversion to running the damn ball. Okay,
the Chargers, they probably have, to me, the most talented squad in the division, but they are led by their head coach, Brandon Staley, and I do not at all have trust in him because he gambles far too much with that team's chances.
The last game of the season.
Meanwhile, the Chiefs they're the old.
The Chiefs are the Chiefs. Miami's still there. Andy Reid is still there, and then there's this fella named Patrick Mahomes.
Right, they're the old steady unit that just keeps train that just keeps rolling along. And to me, they're great in the regular season.
I like what Denver did though, and now you couple Russell Wilson with some great running back and some really good receivers out there. Defensively, I don't think they have an answer for the other teams. That's the problem. I think offensively they'll be able to.
Yes.
Offensively,
the Broncos are good.
Offensively, they're much better.
Where they're going to struggle.
It's just the defense.
I mean,
where
Denver's going to be Seattle 2.0. Denver's going to be Seattle 2.0. Offense is good. Defense is going to struggle.
Yeah, that's one thing. They're going to struggle with the defense. I don't think that they answered the questions they needed for defense. But as far as offense, I think adding Russell and then, like I said, the receivers that they have, the running game that they have, they can do some damage. But can they stop people?
Yeah, that's why I say spoiler, because of that.
Yeah, all right, I gotta bring this back. Mike Debate, I'll see you Friday. This is for you. Because I can't tell you how many times on this show where we both have needed to say Los Angeles Chargers.
But said San Diego instead. Yeah.
Yep. Just go back to San Diego, please. Please. Please.
I think someone yesterday said, I think someone yesterday in the chat actually said that it's less money for them to rent to Stan Kroenke than to own property in San Diego because the tax, the tax, real estate tax was going to be increased.
I saw that. But
in my opinion, I'm sorry, they make so much money. It's negligible.
It'd be worth it.
It'll
be worth it to be back in San Diego. It'd be worth it to be back in San Diego.
Pay taxes and own, or lease and risk being tossed out the building. I mean,
it'd be worth it to. It'd be worth it to be back in San Diego. Okay, you can easily blow up Qualcomm Stadium. It was Dietz. You can easily blow up Qualcomm Stadium. You can blow the piss out of Qualcomm Stadium and build something better that will house the Chargers. Now we're going to go off the board here, and I'm also going to close up shop early because, like I said, body's starting to wear a little bit. Do y'all remember the San Diego Dockers?
Yeah.
The old MISL.
Mm-hmm.
I found a game where they played the Baltimore Blast and annihilated them on CBS Sports.
Yeah, they wore, if I'm not mistaken, they wore the exact same colors as the Chargers did.
They did.
Yeah, exact same.
They did.
Yeah.
All right, one more off the board. And I thought of this yesterday. The consensus vote for the American League Championship Series would be Yankees Astros.
Problem?
Does Seattle make a move? No problem there. No problem there.
Those are the best two teams in the AL.
My question is, does Seattle make a move? Yeah.
If they think they could compete for the AL, yes.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to make a move, it's going to have to be for that wild card. They're not catching Seattle.
It would have to be wild card-ish.
They're not touching the Yankees or the Astros at all.
But I mean, if they
the Mariners the Mariners just got buried over the weekend. They got buried. They didn't get swept. They got buried.
If they feel as though they can compete with either the Yankees or the Astros, or they feel as though they're one player away from doing it, yes. I don't think they are. So I think it would not really matter all that much, in my estimation.
This is where the fun begins.
Yeah, because the trade deadline is coming up. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, who's gonna do what? Why quit doing that, man? Not the stretching, the yawning, because I've been trying not to yawn. Of course, it's my own fault. I've been up since like 4:30 this morning, running around here.
You sound like you on my schedule.
Shit, I was
man.
I was up, went to work, got out early, and I was like, yeah, let me get on.
Good.
Cool.
We love having you on.
Love having you on, bro.
We love having you on. Try to set it up. We get you on 5 days a week. 5 days a week.
I'm trying to work that myself.
5 days a week with Wise and FA? Oh, hell yeah.
I'm trying to work that out myself, believe me.
Oh my gosh. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here.
All right.
Because like I said, I'm hitting the wall energy wise here, being up since 4:30 this morning. But tomorrow we got a full show for you, including Big Blue happenings from Kentucky with Stacy Purcell. Dietz will join us as well, and we got a whole bunch of other stuff for you. For Wise, for Cole, I'm the Snowman. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. Always remember, if your dreams don't scare you,
then they are not big enough.
Dream big, do bigger. We all are doing that. We want y'all to do the same. We're out of here. See you tomorrow.
And remember, Bronze Session Confessions on Wednesday. Until then,
thank you for tuning in to Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. The hottest of hot takes, and the coldest of cold, hard facts.